in-depth look at what it's like to be an employee here at Jenkinson's Aquarium in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey. So let's get started. In the morning, I prepared food for our sloth Wally with Nicole. Wally is a Linnaeus two-toed sloth who is a little over 2 years old and is fairly new to the aquarium. In the morning, Wally receives 6 ounces of vegetables, 2 ounces of fruits, 1 leaf eater biscuit, and 2 leaves. He also receives vitamins in his morning diet. Once Wally's breakfast was prepared, we headed down to his quarantine room. So now we are here with Wally, our Linnaeus two-toed sloth, and we're going to be cleaning inside his exhibit and feeding him his morning breakfast that we just prepared in the kitchen. Linnaeus sloths are found in Colombia, Venezuela, Guianas, Ecuador, Peru, and northern Brazil. They live in humid, warm tropical and cloud forests. They can live from 10 to 20 years in the wild and over 30 years in captivity. Their diet mainly consists of leaves, twigs, buds, fruit, and sometimes insects and rodents. Linnaeus two-toed sloths are currently listed as a species of least concern by the IUCN Red List. Habitat loss from ranching, agricultural, urban expansion, and logging are all threats that these sloths face. Wildlife trafficking and the pet trade are also factors to their population decline. Wally is not currently on exhibit, but he frequently comes out for public chats. If you are interested in meeting Wally, you can call Jenkinson's Aquarium or visit our Facebook page to see when he will be out next. After cleaning and feeding Wally, the last thing to do is to log everything in his book. After logging, it was time to head back to the kitchen. Back in the kitchen, Nicole prepared a variety of shrimp, fish, and squid for some of our sharks and rays that are currently in a holding tank in our basement, while I counted out all of their vitamins. All of our animals receive restaurant-quality fish and squid, but because it is frozen, it can lose some of its nutritional value. Including weekly or daily vitamins ensures that all of our animals will maintain in good health. Once the food was prepped, we were ready to begin feeding. A lot of our animals are target trained. This means that they each have their very own target, which they respond to during feedings. As you can see, once the animal has approached its target, they will receive their breakfast. First, I fed our zebra shark. The zebra shark is a species of carpet shark, and it is found throughout the Indo-Pacific. Next, I fed our southern stingray. Southern stingrays can be found in tropical and subtropical waters of the western Atlantic Ocean from New Jersey to Brazil. And lastly, I fed our blacktip reef shark. His target is a yellow frisbee, so to feed him, we will place his food on the end of a pole and hold it above the frisbee. Once he is approaching, we will place the pole down below the frisbee for him to eat. Blacktip reef sharks are easily identified by the black tips on their fins. This species of shark can be found inhabiting the tropical reefs of the Indian and Pacific Oceans and prefers shallow waters. 10 o'clock, I helped feed our harbor seals. Here at Jenkinson's Aquarium, we are home to 2 harbor seals, Lucille and Noelani. Lucille, or Lucy, is an Atlantic harbor seal, and she is about 30 years old. Lucy was found stranded in February of 1991 in the Point Pleasant Bayhead Canal with a large wound in her abdominal region, which may have been either from a shark attack or a boat. She was then brought to the Marine Mammal Stranding Center in Brigantine, New Jersey for treatment. Because Lucy was found to be blind in her left eye with a stress cataract in her right eye, she was unable to be released back into the wild and instead became the first seal when the aquarium opened in 1991. Noelani is a Pacific harbor seal who is about 2 years old. She was found stranded September 28th of 2017 in Monterey County, California, as underweight and lethargic. She was brought to the Marine Mammal Center in Sausalito, California, and came to Jenkinson's Aquarium on April 7th of 2018. The name Noelani is Hawaiian for Mist of Heaven. Noelani was deemed non-releasable due to clinical blindness. Noelani has hydrocephalus, which means that she has an excess amount of water on her brain, which impairs her vision. She also has a rectangular patch on her back, which is a fur sheathing that was submitted to the Alaska Sea Life Center for mercury testing and research. This patch will disappear when she molts. Although Lucy and Noelani are blind, they do very well here at the aquarium. Harbor seals have other senses that compensate to help them navigate around the exhibit, and as you can see, Lucy and Noelani still know a number of behaviors. Most of these are natural behaviors which are assigned a name and taught to be executed on the command of the trainer. Other behaviors, known as husbandry behaviors, are not actions performed in the wild by the seals, but make it easier for us to care for them. Training them to go into certain positions is useful for brushing their teeth and for medical care. Our training method is positive reinforcement. Once the behavior has been completed correctly, they will receive a fish. Our seals are fed 3 times a day, and they receive a variety of fish and squid.
Good, Lucy. Target. Lucy, kiss. Good.
After Lucy and Noelani had finished their breakfast, I headed down to give the penguin talk while our flightless birds enjoyed their very own breakfast. Here at Jenkinson's Aquarium, we are currently home to 19 African penguins. These penguins inhabit South African coasts and the surrounding islands. Out of all 18 species of penguins, only 4 inhabit a cold climate. The largest species of penguin is known as the emperor penguin, and the smallest is the little blue or fairy penguin. Penguins are flightless birds because they have solid bones, which are too heavy for them to be able to fly. But they can use their wings for propulsion when swimming in the water. And in fact, they can swim to speeds of around 12 miles per hour. A fun fact about these penguins is that they mate for life. The male penguin will find his very favorite rock and present it to the female, and if she accepts, they will stay together forever. Penguins, like other birds, also lay eggs. When a penguin chick hatches, it will start out to be about the size of the palm of your hand and grow to its adult size in about 3 months. Penguins also go through a molting phase once a year. Molting is a normal process in which penguins shed their old, worn-out feathers, which in turn are replaced with new ones. This entire process takes about 20 days. Here at the aquarium, we identify our penguins by their beaded bracelets. Males are banded on the right wing, while females are banded on the left. If the penguins are hatched here, the first 2 beads are the individual penguin's color, the 3rd bead is the father's color, and the 4th bead is the mother's color. Our penguins are fed 2 times a day, and they receive vitamins in their morning diet. They receive 3 main foods at each feeding, which includes capelin, Zeus melt, and squid. Capelin makes up the bulk of their diet, as it is nutritious and readily accepted by the penguins. Zeus melt, on the other hand, is not as nutritious as the capelin, but it is like a dessert to the penguins. Squid helps to provide a good source of water, but because penguins swallow their food whole, they are not very fond of the texture of the squid. After the penguin feeding had ended, it was time to head to my next task.
Now I'm following Hannah around and we're doing blue cart changes.
Blue carts are changed once a week, typically on Thursdays at the aquarium. They are composed of solid carbon on the inside, and they are rinsed first in order to activate the carbon. When the water goes through the process of filtration, the water passes through the blue cart and all the particles are then separated from the water and the water goes through the carbon. The reason they are changed weekly is because some of the tanks produce a lot of waste and therefore the carts need to be changed so that they can continue to collect debris. Not all tanks get the blue carts because not all tanks are able to be exposed to carbon, as it can be harmful to some animals. After following Hannah, the last part of my shift was spent watching Rory feed our cuttlefish.
Alright, so we're going to be giving out our fresh fruit to our cuttlefish.
Jenkinson's Aquarium is committed to providing excellent animal-centered care to promote positive animal welfare outcomes for the animals in our care, in the community, and in the wild. By fostering a culture of transparency, open discussion, and accountability, we will ensure our animals are thriving. Our adaptive and compassionate policy process focuses our efforts so that each animal receives an excellent life. If you are interested in learning more about Jenkinson's Aquarium, you can visit our website in the description below or check us out on any of our social media platforms. Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And a very special thank you to Jenkinson's Aquarium for making this video possible. If you are interested in seeing more videos on Jenkinson's Aquarium in the future, subscribe to our YouTube channel in the description below.